Hello and welcome to the Chilled Cardano podcast. I am Illinois with my brother, Chilled Cardano on Twitter, wearing his Chilled Kongs hat. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, Eric? Things are
Not
good.
much. NFTs are in full swing again, looks like.
We're in it to win it, Eric. I don't know why. They're rocking and rolling. I'm happy to see it.
I usually start the show with looking at the ADA chart. But fuck that, like it hasn't changed in like 9 years, so we'll look at the NFT chart.
It's been 84 years.
Here she is. I don't know if this is going to tell a story or not, but for once we've gone to like 1.5 million in one day sales, and we hadn't had that for since August 4th, and before that there wasn't really a streak of good days since like June.
Wow.
And I don't know where that came from. It's just like things just popped off. I think it's maybe like the Cnftcon is this weekend, and that's really exciting people. I would be remiss if we didn't talk about the Ape Society going to astronomical levels of over 5,000 ADA floor. I don't know about you, but I did not see that coming. I am not a holder. I've looked at them many times and I considered it, but I just never pulled the trigger. But yeah, they went over 5,000. Now they're coming back down a little to like 4.5, but that's still, they flipped everything and it was just so unexpected. Were you surprised by that?
Yeah, it's incredible. The Ape Society has kind of always been in the back burner for me because of the pictures. I'm going to be honest. I picked a lane. I picked Chilled Kongs instead of the apes, and it's purely artistic, nothing else. I didn't look into... Sadly, I have to blame myself because I did not do my homework when it came to the Ape Society. You know, when I first came in the space at the beginning of the year with CNFTs, it just didn't speak to me, and I didn't go any further than that. Like, it took me a while to really understand more about like what an NFT collection consists of. You know, and it's not just about the artwork. Like, the artwork's really important to a lot of people. But there's a lot of different reasons why an NFT collection is going to succeed. And I was closed-minded when it came to the Ape Society. So I didn't really go further than that. I didn't look into what they were creating with the roadmap.
Yeah.
And their staking mechanism, the way that everything's tied to the society token for their staking, like their picture frames. So you like frame your NFT, and everything has a connection to their token. So it kind of makes the token pump as well. I don't know if you want to show a chart of their the society token, but that thing's just been going up like crazy too, right along with the project, hand in hand. Just seeing that is pretty incredible. I got to give mad props to the Ape Society and that whole community, because
Frank
Ape,
the founder.
I think like one of the main dudes is like Panzerati. I've heard him in some spaces.
Yeah.
And really interesting crew they have over there. But very excited for what they're doing. They seem to have a lot of crossover success with Ethereum as well. And that's really exciting to see. You know, like, you have a lot of people bashing them, but I think you have to give credit where credit's due. And like they're going to bring a lot of people and attention to Cardano NFTs. So like their success is the success of like the rest of Cardano's ecosystem. So keep
Yeah,
rocking out, guys. Hopefully that bad boy goes to 10K, 10K floor. I don't have an Ape Society NFT. Also, full disclosure, I don't have any of the Society token. Um,
which it pumped to 12 cents per ADA, or I don't know how you would say that.
oh yeah,
Um, 0.12 ADA. Uh, and then it kind of leveled out. But if you bought down here, it was like 50% gains more than that. So good job to whoever did that. I could have been one of you guys, but I got scared and sold somewhere over here. But but I think it's funny the people who are like bashing them just because they didn't get a bag, and they're like, they're just frustrated.
right.
But it's like, what's the point of doing that? We're all here for Cardano. Like, root on other projects. You'll hit on one eventually. Like, shitting on ones you didn't get is just gonna make us look bad. Overall, like, we're not all on the same team.
Yeah, we're so small as a community as a whole on Cardano. Like to have any inside fighting is kind of ridiculous at this point because we need all the positive attention we can get. So it seems so petty when you have like these really, really small communities fighting over scraps.
Yeah, especially when, I mean, it's not like it's not like they're like killing kittens or something.
No,
They didn't do it. They haven't done anything wrong.
unless
So
this is
why would
breaking
you bash
news.
them? Well, I'm doing some investigation. I'll get back to you about that. But another another ape that we like is this guy behind me, Chilled Kong. Um, we're starting to see a little bit of pump going on with them as well. Um, let's see if I can pull that up. What screen do you see?
Society token.
Tap to. All right, let's go back to Chilled Kongs. So this morning, I think they were at like 1200 ADA, and they're already up to 1770.
Wow.
So it's already pretty good. I don't. It's kind of weird. Like, it just kind of happened out of nowhere. People started buying in again. I didn't really see any news, but I think it just might be people are like, okay, the FUD is over. And once you start seeing like a little bit of action, people have seen what Kongs have done before, and they're like, all right, let me get in on this. Uh, so yeah, I mean, I think the last time they almost broke 3K. So I don't know if they're gonna retest 3K or if it's just gonna be a baby pump, but it's interesting to watch.
Oh
What
hell
do you
yeah.
think, Mike?
Yeah, I'm so excited to see how this starts to play out. We're starting to get almost to like a year of information and graphs and a timeline and history to go off of. And I think it's so important to like be able to like assess how these things start to play out because like human nature is so cyclical, and like if this thing does hit like 3K, that's like really interesting to me because then maybe it's like that's how these things build, like they're very cyclical, like they're very trendy. Everybody wants them
Hmm.
as a PFP, they're hot for a
Yeah,
couple months and then like people want a new PFP, so they'll get something else. And then all of a sudden slowly that like craze starts to die down. And then all of a sudden like it dies off, everyone thinks the community's dead, and then boom, in like another 3 months, it's back, in the top 10 and everyone's talking about it again. And the floor
yeah,
starts to rise again. So I'm really interested to see how this plays out. I have no idea. I am a holder of a Kong, full disclosure, so I am pumping my bag here, Eric. But
As am I.
yeah, I'm just really excited to see where this one goes. And they have mushrooms coming up, so who knows? This could be like the perfect timeline for them. It is really
Yeah,
interesting, like your overall thesis of like the whole market pumping, like whether it be CNFT Con, which I'm sure helps, and then there's like Rare Bloom next weekend, and then the
mhm,
Cardano Summit in November. Um, and it's kind of fun to see all the price action and the volatility, not just in NFTs, but also in the native tokens as well. So I think this is like we were talking about last week and the week before that. We're like, once Vasil starts to pop, like there's gonna start to be action, and it's like time to start paying
yeah,
attention because I think there's gonna be ADA to be made here, Eric, and I think
hated to be made a
we're starting to see that, and it's exciting not to just see things go to like where they were. Great joke, by the way.
yeah,
But also to see,
thanks.
like, the Ape
Mine too.
Society the Ape Society pump to, like, new highs, new highs. That's, like, incredible, and it's really great to see because it's like, okay, like, this isn't done,
Yeah,
like, CNFT like, NFTs aren't dead. They're still here, they're still rocking and rolling, and they're just evolving, and with that, I think the price will evolve up, Eric.
yes. I actually kinda feel like even though I didn't own it, the Ape Society pump was even more exciting, like, just in
Yeah.
general because it's like did something that other NFTs haven't really done before, other than maybe like Space Buds. But um, it's always cool to see like a project reach like
New heights.
such high heights, and then it makes you think, okay, it's possible for another one to do that. Um, but it's interesting to see like this go around which projects are doing well. Like the Mallard Order, I really didn't expect them to come out of nowhere and be like pumping every day. Um,
So
Dead
then you're
Rabbits, of
starting to
course.
see like there is an underlying theme to a lot of this stuff. The Ape Society and the Mallard Order, like these have like really strong communities, you know. And they
And
don't really partake on Twitter. There are some, but like they have that thing where you hold the NFT and then you get access to like a private chat room in their Discord. And I think like that's where all their planning goes. Like I don't partake. I'm just guessing,
yeah,
but like their
sometimes
holders are very strong.
I just read what they're talking about.
Yeah.
I
And
just think it's interesting. It's never like we're gonna do this on this day. Like it's never anything that crazy, but
but
you can just see how they're like
that's your
pump this
general
Twitter.
that's your general chat. Like in order
No,
to get
I
into their
I mean,
secret Discord, you have to be a
oh
holder of their NFT.
yeah, but like Kongs, I can be in the Kongs lounge or the
Right, but
in
it's
Kong.
but that doesn't have a private chat room as far as I know. Like you don't have to
Well, as
hold a
far as I
Kong
know,
to be in their
I think there
Discord.
is one. I don't know what it's called. I've been in the clay one as well.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, but even in those, it's the same shit. I feel like, but could be wrong. Um, I don't know. I just like killed that conversation, but I didn't have anything else to say after that. What
No,
were you
it's
gonna say?
no, it's very interesting. I think it's gonna be fun like next 6 weeks to see how this starts to play out. Uh it almost makes you want to keep watching because like the NFTs that have had success in the last year, the most with the most volume seem to be the most the ones that are like the most attractive for people to keep buying and pumping. Like it's not the newer projects, it's like which makes me think that maybe Boss Cat Rocket Club has a second life too. Like cuz it's really low
Mm.
for where it's been. And I've never been a holder nor am I. I'm just shooting the shit, but
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see if they start to pop and get back over 1,000. I think that's usually like it held above 1,000 for a long time. So when it broke, I just think they just seem really cheap to me. And that's alpha
It
air.
almost
You
makes
could
you
you could use
wonder if
that.
that's actually the second you said that, I was like looking at the volume and it's up like 300, 400%. I'm like, I might have to buy one right after this episode. But
Yeah.
I've never had one.
Full
Never
disclosure,
held
we're probably gonna scoop one up on the cheap.
one. Another thing they all have in common, Mike, animal PFPs. Not to blow your mind or anything.
My mind's been
Um,
blown, and my load as well,
People like
folks.
animals for some reason. Uh, Salty seagulls doing well lately. Dirt birds, Vox Kongs came out of nowhere and
Why don't you
shot up a little bit.
put the chart back up
The
so
Voxies
the people
or
can
the
watch as well.
I realized I was doing that thing where I like scroll up and down my ADHD.
It's on one
It's like
today,
let
and
me turn
I
that
don't
off.
blame it.
Uh, so yeah, Ape Society, Chilled Kongs, Dead Rabbits Society, Cabins, Mysterious Moai. I mean, I don't know why that's been up there for so long. I don't know anything about it. It is mysterious, so maybe that's why people like it. Um, but yeah, the ones I talked about, mutants, and yeah, a lot of animal PFPs on here. Boss Cat Alien Club down to 1,300, Mike.
Now we're talking.
Those Michael Bay kind of
I'm more interested in the OG collections personally.
yeah.
I feel like they
It's like
tend to.
Supremes,
What was that?
like the Rabbit Supremes. Even though rabbits are pumping, you don't really see the Supremes on there.
Where are those at?
Let me check on here because I don't see it. $2,150. It's not horrible, I guess. The other day there was, yeah, it was down to like 1,000
So they're going back up
people.
too,
Yeah,
but they don't have like the history. I think
yeah,
with
it's kind of like
NFTs, it's weird, but it's like weird to say, but you kind of want to be a sheep when it comes to NFTs. Like you like unless you're a market maker and you can buy like 100 NFTs at a time and sweep a floor, you kind of want to like follow the pack into Valhalla, as they say.
yeah. I've tried to make things happen and it does not work.
No.
I'm not a whale like that, but it was fun to try.
So you're not AOL, is that what you're
Uh,
saying?
no, but if you guys want to get some Raging Reds, check those out.
Sure, baby,
Pump
sure.
those. Bring those babies back. Cheers. But yeah, here's Vox Kongs. I guess the chart hasn't updated, but 24-hour might see it. It went from 36 to like 80 in a couple hours. So it's like kind of trading. I was thinking about it. I was like, this is like a poor man's Kong, you know? Like, if you can't afford a Kong, I feel like People are like, well, maybe I'll get one of these. Like maybe it'll be like an equal move.
I don't think
Um,
you're wrong. I mean, obviously the sales is
I mean, it's not the same level of volume or anything, but
well, I mean, you're being like a
interesting.
secondary market, right? So it's like the majority of
Yeah,
money people are using to buy Kong related things is going to the OG collection. And then like you
right.
said, maybe as Eric's words, not mine, the pores are buying the Voxcongs.
I did not say that. Not word for word, but sorry, Nathan, from Twitter. He doesn't like talking bad about the pores. We love the pores. I
We're
used to
poor
be a poor.
ourselves.
um. Anyway, check out Voxcongs. Uh, if you like not being poor anymore, maybe that's your ticket out, Mike.
There it is, folks.
Back to
The
you, Mike.
alpha of all
What do you get?
alpha.
Not financial advice. Um, I do own several of them, which is kind of weird that I would talk about that.
All right.
Mike, what's on your shirt? I like your shirt today.
My shirt is my wife went to Portugal and she bought me the shirt of downtown Portugal.
Nice.
So it was a
Shout
nice
out to
little
Portugal.
shout out to Portugal. Shout out to Megan.
Shout out to the Peñas.
Shout out to the Pena Castle. Yeah, so that like look out if you guys are gonna go balls deep in the NFTs, you know, I think now is the time if you're gonna make a little bit of profit. And yeah, there's also some protocols starting to come online, Eric, which I'm pretty excited about. Um,
Tell me more, Mike.
I'm gonna tell you a lot, Eric.
Not too much. Just like
Eric, we
still want to
got
sleep at night.
Liquid Labs. Their preview test net's coming on. Very excited.
Oh
Can
yeah, that's pretty sick. I think it's private right now, right?
I believe so.
It's live, but in the private version.
Private testnet. Yeah, peer to pool lending and borrowing is live on Cardano's preview testnet. So very exciting, Eric. Basically, their liquid smart contract, which lets you custody, escrow, and settlement collateral asset deposited in smart contract for the protection of the supplier. Very cool stuff. I can't wait to play with this. But if this is going on testnet, they're probably going to test it for 4 weeks. And then anything that needs to be cleaned up, I'd give it a week or two. So I'm guessing they're about 6 weeks out. That's just me. That's my guess. But
Wow, making bold predictions.
I also said that Vasil hard fork would come around the middle of September. I think I said the 17th, and it like went like the 21st. So, am I an oracle?
Prodigy.
You know, am I somebody who could see the future? Perhaps.
Sounds like it.
So here's my guess. I'm thinking the end of November, like maybe the first week of December, just to play it safe. I think that's what we'll see. So,
right.
if you're trying to
So when would you want to buy the token then?
we don't do financial advice here, but if this was a video game and we were playing, I would start to slowly like as we see. You know, let's look at the chart, Eric. That's a great.
If you're trading on paper, this is for people who trade on paper.
This is for our paper traders, our fantasy traders.
And if you join the Chilled Cardano Paper Trading Club, it's only $75 a month. You get a shirt.
Right.
Forgot to bring my water up here, so I'm chugging Red Bull.
You want to grab it?
Yep.
You want to
No, I'm
grab it?
good.
All right. Getting ready. All right. So this is the liquid chart, Eric. Um, it's at 60, 60 at a strong, 60 and a half at a trade history. We
Can you
got
zoom out a little, like on the daily or something? Because there was
oh
that giant candle.
this guy
Yeah, yeah.
on the
Someone,
6th of
some
September.
like some whale just bought a shit ton, and then
This is right when ADA pumped, and then the next day liquid pumped.
mm,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
ADA.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that's that
Yeah,
candle. Um, so it's kind of holding this level. I don't think anybody's really selling here because everybody kind of is anticipating what's coming. I think that that's a good thing because this gives you a floor. Like, so if you just want to start entering now, I don't think like you're probably gonna lose much. It might go a little lower, but um, I would definitely like in November probably really start to keep an eye on it.
yeah,
We'll see, you know, when the smart money starts to come in because you're gonna start to see candles like this, you know, and that might also be somebody on the inside who knows something because that tends to
yeah,
happen as well. That's probably who this was, and they just got like a real head start, and they're not going anywhere. Um,
yeah.
so I'm very excited for
Pretty.
that.
I think it's gonna rip in like
Yeah,
late November or something,
I think the
mid
thing,
November.
I think the thing you got to watch out for too is I think you've said this before too. When this thing goes live, they're going to release a lot of liquid tokens. So
Yeah,
if you do make any profit off of this, you're probably going to want to sell some before it goes live.
yeah. Because then
Or
it's gonna start leaking out a little bit. Like people just start selling off because they're gonna be able to stake and all that stuff. So
yeah,
they're gonna have more of it. But I don't think it'll be as bad as like some of the yield farming stuff. It's gonna be to a
well,
lesser extent.
well, theoretically, like these are like the cutting edge tokens, and their tokenomics are like the reason why they've taken so long to develop is because the whole point is for the token to like attract people and gain value, you know? So it's not going to be like a DEX token where it just goes to zero forever,
Yeah,
you know? And so then you kind of have to play the game, which is also why I'm kind of like, I'm like, maybe it doesn't sell off when it goes live. Like, I
hmm,
don't know, you know? It's because it's so brand new. And like, I'm sure I, look into the tokenomics and check it out, but we shall see. So look out for
we
that.
shall.
Also, Axo is coming in the fourth
Yeah.
quarter, so I'm thinking December as well for that. Probably closer to New Year's, but they did say Q4, so
Did you happen to see the Dirt Birds roadmap teaser?
let's get into it.
All right. So here it is. This is the I think the artwork is really great. It gives you a lot to like think about, but they don't really tell you anything, you know?
Right.
Um,
It's like the chilled
I think
Kong's roadmap, right?
yeah, it's like I mean theirs was a little more obvious where it was like stake stuff here or something,
Right.
you know. This one isn't quite as obvious, but they're holding on to like tickets and stuff like that. Um, I'm sure there will be I don't know what this like scale thing is supposed to be. Maybe they're gonna have like Dirtbird lawyers um
Now you've got me interested, Eric.
on retainer. Uh, but I thought it was funny. Some people, someone was like, "Is this supposed to make me want to buy like Dirtbirds? Like, I don't even know what's going on." And then people were like, "They're like, that's the point. It's supposed to like create, like an aura of mystique." And then people are like, get interested about it. But I guess they're gonna release more information maybe this weekend, and people are excited about that. So, what did you think of this little roadmap guy?
Yeah, it's very mysterious and
Would you say it has a certain je ne sais quoi to it?
it does have a certain je ne sais quoi about it. Yeah, like there's nothing that tells you anything unless like you're balls deep in the community. The only thing I could think of is the raffle tickets are for the raffle that they do on Discord, which is
Yeah,
really cool. Like they use their derp token as like raffle tickets, and then you can win like other NFTs from different projects and stuff, and like really rare stuff. I think that's pretty badass.
yeah. I think there's one tomorrow or something. I haven't done one yet, so I might do that one. They have like it's pretty good NFTs on there, so people were also like getting excited when they saw this because I guess this is some of the basically like a teaser for the new artwork. You can't really see it a whole lot, but it does looks kind of cool. Has
Yeah,
like definitely improved.
more detail. You
Yeah.
know, I really love this roadmap. This roadmap, the artwork for the roadmap is really cool. Um,
Yeah, and I love
it's
like the
done well
color
as well.
scheme.
Yeah, color scheme's dope.
But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. We have some loyal Dirtbird community people that we love.
Drip up.
That's a bird heart right there.
Is it?
Um so yeah, just wanted to bring that up. Also, another weird thing that happened this week. I guess Charles bought or had the Ethereum Classic Twitter handle
Here we go.
somehow. and and he just had it for a while and he decided to give it to Ergo platform and it had like 700,000 followers. So he's just like, here you guys go. And so they took the account and they gave Ethereum Classic like the name, I guess, the handle back to them. Um, but people were like really pissed off about it and they're like, that's so scummy. Like, how could you just take somebody else's project? And like, I saw some poll that was like, should they give the Twitter account back or like, should are they okay to hold on to it? And most people said they should give it back. So, what's your opinion on that? I
Oh
feel
man,
like
let's get into it.
you're more neutral.
Um, no, because I mean, Charles was one of the main contributors to Ethereum when it first came out, and
Hmm.
there's a reason why he owns Ethereum Classic. You know, it's like his account. So, um, it's his property. Like, if he wants to give it to Ergo, like, so be it. And I think somebody on Twitter was saying, like, if you look at the new Ethereum Classic account, it has like 180
Yeah.
followers. So it's like not a lot going on there. I don't think it's that big of a deal because it's kind of a dead project. Um,
Hmm.
it is kind of funny. I mean, would it have been nice if he had given it to them? Yes, but is it also a big deal? I don't think it's a big deal at all. I think
Yeah.
like it's a whatever thing. Like, if your community needs a Twitter handle that bad to make your project a success, you got way more problems, you know? And the fact that that's the most important thing going on in that community lets you know what's going on with that community. Absolutely nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why aren't you guys talking about smart contracts or like total value locked or how to get more, the fact that it's like, hey, we need this Twitter account so our project can succeed is kind of silly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the fact that you need one Twitter account to make your project succeed is like obscene. It's like if you're truly a decentralized project, you should have a lot of key members that have big followings. Like Ada Whale is a fanboy for Cardano, and it's got over, it's got six, 100,000, over 100,000
Yeah.
followers. So it's just kind of funny. I find it to be hilarious. I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah. Um, I could see like why people think it's shitty, but at the end of the day, it's a fucking Twitter account. Like, who really cares?
Nobody
Like,
cares.
if you just
There's like
don't
12,
talk about
let's be
it for
honest,
like
like
a month, people are just
there's
gonna
like
forget about it.
yeah, there's like 10% of the Cardano community on Twitter. You know what I mean? Like the majority
Yeah,
of shit that's happening in the world is not on Twitter. Everybody who's on Twitter thinks it's the whole world, but it's not.
and probably like 400,000 of those followers are bots. So
Yeah, so it's like, who cares?
yeah,
Get over
I just
it.
thought it was a fun little drama
Yeah.
for Ergo.
Plus, I like Ergo. I like those guys. I want them to succeed. So
Yeah. What else, Mike? The Binance hack
yeah,
occurred yesterday.
100 million bucks.
100 million smackers
Ouch.
taken from Binance. I was trying to read a thread about how it happened, but it was a little over my head. Went into the code a lot. I don't know if you understood it. What happened?
I just kind of lightly read how they were trying to get it out of the Binance chain, smart chain,
Hmm.
and from like they had a lot. They were holding a lot of assets, and they were only able to get out 100 million, which kind of lets you know that Binance chain is centralized and it's more of a database than it is a blockchain because you shouldn't be able to stop it. You know what I mean? Like it defeats the purpose of owning your own keys. You know what I mean? To your own coins because if someone can just close the whole thing down and not let you access your money, then it's like, well, why am I using this thing? Why don't I just use like PayPal or Venmo? So
Right. For those of you who don't know, they like halted their chain and they kind of shut it down like Solana does sometimes. And they were like trying to figure out what the hacker was doing and where the funds were going. And then I think Tether like blocked the wallet they were using, so they were able to stop a lot of the funds from flowing out. But they could have had like what, like 500 million or something if they
yeah,
had taken everything.
dicey,
So
dicey, Eric.
I mean, it's not a lot for Binance. Like they have billions of dollars, I'm pretty sure. So,
Oh yeah.
but it's not a good look, and I don't think a lot of people on Binance really care about decentralization, to be honest. They would probably care if they lost their money though, so it's never a good look.
And the two things are tied together. And until something like this happens, people don't realize that that's an actual thing that happens. So
Mhm.
I like it because, like, when shit like this happens, it's an education process into where is the safest place to keep my money. And you start to look at the top 10 blockchains, and most of them have been halted or stopped. Um, and the only one that hasn't at this point is basically Cardano. So It's like great advertising for Cardano.
Yeah.
So keep bringing on the hacks.
Don't hack us, but
Don't hack us though. But that would involve learning Haskell, right? Or are you talking
that's
about
true.
personally hacking us?
I mean, either one, don't do. So, what else we got, Mike? What else is on the docket?
What else? What else?
What else? What else? What else?
I got a little surprise for you, Eric.
Okay,
I got something.
let's go.
We haven't minted anything in a while, and I just wanted to get your like opinion on something first, and then also like how excited you are about it. So,
As long as it's not a waifu related project.
can you hear this?
Yeah. Okay. My dick is rock hard right now.
Eric, if your dick is rock hard, the mint starts today. You can mint one of these bad boys right now. Head to Siberia.gg.
Now, what is it? Yoga?
So this is a NFT, Eric, of Charles Hoskinson. It's a special avatar in Siberia doing yoga. There's only 28 Charles in 2,849 planets, wow. Eric. The price is 77 ADA. All right.
Does it say onwards? What does that mean?
Where?
Like it's price 77 ADA onwards.
Oh, I'm guessing it's gonna get more expensive from here.
Because it's so many people are gonna buy it. Interesting. I'm personally not interested in shirtless Charles doing yoga, but
I thought I almost had you, Eric.
It's kind of a steep price too, 77 ADA. Like, come on.
Look, I love Charles more than the next guy, but all these NFTs with Charles is like the rare of the collection is like so odd to me. There's so many of them. It's like,
I know, it's insane. It's like we don't gotta.
What if he
like murders like 6 people and then it's like, oh fuck, now no one wants my NFT because it's like I'm a murderer.
Well, not only that,
like,
it's so reminiscent of like all these new cults that are coming out, like that sex cult. What's that one called?
All of
like
them?
An HBO special on it. It's like
Nexium,
yes. Where we have like this genius guy who knows mathematics and it's just like banging everyone's chick.
That guy kind of looked like Charles a little bit too.
See? This is why we can't have Charles as part of the NFT collections, because we never know.
You never know, guys. And we're not a cult, Mike. Want to reiterate that.
Speak for yourself, Eric. I plead the fifth.
I think that's all I have. Unless you got any more yoga stuff. Weird NFTs like that.
Just some macro stuff, but I think we could leave that for another week. Guys, that's going to do it for us this week. Thank you so much for listening.
Enjoy CNFTCon.
If you're there,
maybe you'll listen to us while you're taking a shower. Get yourself hyped up. Don't be nervous. Just talk to people, be friendly. If you need a drink or two as a social lubricant, that's okay.
Yeah, we're okay with that.
Don't stab people.
And don't get mad if somebody says, let me see your NFTs, as opposed to let me see your CNFTs.
Yes, that's a good point.
And we'll see you next week.
See ya.